Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Love After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 40, and it was titled The Halfway Handout, or Handoff, my bad. So before we jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit me with that thumbs up button along with the share button. All right, y'all, let's just jump right into this. So we're going to start with Anissa and Jeff. So we ain't see Jeff in this episode, hallelujah, but we did hear his voice. So Anissa is headed over to the halfway house to get Jeff. Apparently he called her and he got a day pass for about 3 hours and he's only supposed to go to a particular spot and then, she has to drop him off at the halfway house. So she is supposed to take him to like a men's store because he needs some outfits or something like that. And she's hoping, that they can, buy a chicken wow all up in the fitting room and stuff like that. I said, okay, girl, with that kink shit, I like it. Anyway, as she parking the car, child, she gets a phone call from him. Now, mind you, it looked like it was a long-ass drive, okay? Because she was passing cows, chickens, horses, all this stuff. And she parks the car. She getting out the car. Her phone ring and it's like, hey baby, I just wanted to give you a little update on what's going on today. She was like, oh, okay. He was like, well, I'm not gonna be able to see you because they gotta put an ankle bracelet on me, and the man said he ain't got no time to do that today. She was like, what? Are you serious? He was like, yeah, baby, I miss you and everything like that. And, and she was like, when I'm going to get to see you? He was like, baby, I don't know. I don't know, baby. I don't know when I'm going to get to see you. But, I love you and stuff. And, can you give me $100? And what the? She was like, you already spent the $100 that I gave you? He was like, yeah, baby, but, I got to eat up in here. Stuff is expensive up in here. You don't want me to go hungry. She was like, no, I don't want you to go hungry. He was like, all right, so you're going to give me that money. And what about the toiletries you had said that you got? She was like, yeah, I got those too. All right, well, I can't even see you face to face today. The man said I can't see you today. So leave it on a picnic table out there. And, the security guard going to pick it up, and then I'm going to come get it. She was like, oh, okay. He was like, all right, baby, all right, baby. All right, I love you, baby, bye. So then he hung up the phone. Mind you, again, the halfway house right here, this her. So she had already made the drive. Like, this man knew that you would have known way before she made the trip all the way up there that you couldn't see her. Like, come on now, gas money, come on, gas about $3-4 a gallon. You couldn't have told her ahead of time, but whatever. She was like, all right, now I got to leave these toiletries that I brought him out here on the picnic table like some weird ass drug deal. So she ends up leaving the stuff out there. She goes back to her car. He looking with his mask on and stuff, and he picked up the stuff. And she get back in the car. She was upset because she was like, well, I don't know when I was going to see him and stuff. And, today I thought I was going to buy a chicken wow, and I ain't even getting that. It's been 6 years, and I ain't getting that. I said, girl, you better go and get you a rose and just call it a day. Because that man don't really want you. He just wants your money. And the dude Kyle had told her that what's the man named Jeff is like a dog because she keep feeding him. That's why he keep coming to the table. Well, a dog girl, everybody could have told you that. Everybody could have told you that. Anyway, y'all, let's move on to Brittany and Ray. So Brittany and Ray ain't really had nothing for real. He ends up calling her while she was in the closet, and he tells her that he getting out of the halfway house. He been in the halfway house for about 2 months. So it's been 2 months since they were filmed, or we saw them. But actually, we saw them in like the first episode. But it's been 2 months that has passed. So he's getting out, and he's excited. She like, oh, okay, well, I'm excited for you to come home. I can't wait to see you. Daddy coming home and stuff. And she tells us how they had video sex and stuff. And I'm like, ain't that monitored by the county or the state or something? Y'all was she just busted wide open on the video and stuff. She said she had a ring light. She put the ring light down there so he could see the vulva and the clitoris real good and stuff like that. And I said, child, I know them people watching that security tapes back was like, oh, damn. Is Brittany and Ray talking today? They talking today? I know they had that popcorn and shit ready because I know I would have. But anyway, enough of that. She said she ready to get Ray home so they can, bow chickie wow wow every day. And then she was talking about how they gonna get married and she want to have a big wedding and yada yada yada. She asked, like, am I the only one that's picking you up from the halfway house, or is like your family gonna be there? He was like, oh no baby, you gonna be the only one picking me up and stuff. I want you to pick me up because I'm ready to come home. So because he paroling with her. So he asked, like, is your family gonna be there or something? And she was like, oh yeah, they excited to see you or whatever. Truth is, the mama, none of them know that he getting out of jail, or he got out of, I don't even think they know he got out of jail, but they don't even know that he getting out of the halfway house the next day. And the mama is not for it. The mama don't like him, but she ain't tell him that. She telling him that the mama all for it and all this stuff. So I said, girl, you cannot be doing this lying. Like, this is ridiculous. Then we see her, I guess, like later on the next day or early on, because he said he get out the halfway house between 7:30 and 8. She was like, I'm gonna be there at 7 o'clock. So it was like dark outside or whatever. We see her sister doing her makeup. So her sister is the only one that knows that he is getting out of the halfway house. Like, he knows that he's, she knows that he's out of jail. She also knows that, he's getting out the halfway house. But no, none of the other family knows. Brittany, for some reason, is not concerned that the sister gonna tell the mama, because she was like, I don't think she would tell. No, she wouldn't say anything. I'm like, why wouldn't she? Because I know I would tell my mama, Brittany, man, he paroling out. He already out of jail, and he gonna parole at her house. I would have told all the tea. Like, girl, bye. Anyway, the sister like, well, you sure you want to have him parole here or whatever? She was like, yeah, where else he gonna go? She was like, his mama house. She was like, no. She was like, all right, because living with another person is a beast of his own. She was like, yeah, that's true, but he ain't got no choice now. He gonna be here. So then it's it's time for him to get out. She sees him through the door. Child, why is she standing outside the halfway house? She see the grandmom, and the grandmom in this big ass like Cadillac pickup truck, and she little. So I just thought it was funny to see her in this big ass truck. But the grandmom is there. So she like, well, what's the grandmom doing here? I was supposed to be the only one picking him up and bringing him home. So why is she here? So the last thing we saw of Brittany was her going over there to the grandmom's truck to find out why she was there or whatever like that. But we ain't see Brittany again. Or I don't think so, because the copy I was watching today. So I watched it on YouTube, and then they had Brittany talking to the grandmom. Anyway, Rachel and Doug. Y'all, not Rachel, Doug. I don't want nobody to go back to jail, but he don't know how to play by the rules. So it's early one of the mornings or whatever like that. And he not supposed to go out on the weekends. He only supposed to go out Monday through Friday. And he can only be out 8:30 to 5 o'clock or something like that. 8 to 5 or some issue like that. But nothing on the weekends. He calling his parole officer or whatever because he wants to go see his father. It's Father's Day. He wants to see his father. His dad is very sickly and he don't know if his dad going, live a long time and yada, yada, yada. So he want to surprise his dad and see him. That's all fine and dandy. But the parole officer not picking up the phone. So the parole officer not giving you permission to go to your daddy house or whatever like that. But he wants to go and he gonna go. Rachel like, I don't think you should go. What if you get in trouble? What if you get caught? He like, I'm gonna go see my dad and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing different. Child, he gets on the phone, still calling the parole officer. He just left a message for the parole officer talking about something. I'm gonna be at my daddy house. This is the address in case you need to know. Click. I said, you'd have been better off not leaving a message. You'd have been better off not leaving a message because if any of them got any type of felonies or something like that, because don't they gotta like, I I would think they would have to vet out the area where you want to go or whatever like that, or see who's there or what. I don't know how it all works out, but he'd have been better off not leaving a message and just going to the parole. I mean, not going to the parole, going to his family's house. But at any rate, it's the weekend. It's Father's Day. He wants to see his pappy. It's a 2-hour and 11-minute drive. He like, look, either you going to stay home or you going to go because me and little Dougie is going. I'm like, first of all, how you going to get there? Because you're not supposed to drive. And if you get caught driving, you instantly going back to jail. So obviously she going to go. So she was telling us, they all pile up in the car. She was telling us how she would visit the family and stuff like that. And they were very welcoming to her. And because she would bring Dougie Jr. there, you know, to see his family and stuff like that. So they was very welcoming to her, brought her in the family. They're very nice and stuff like that. But she's worried that, you know, Doug is going to mess up because he's not following the rules. And she like, this is not what I signed up for. Like, this is not the same. You know, we communicated this and he's still not doing what he's supposed to do. And I'm like, girl, you trying to act like this man changed, but this the same man that we heard on episode, 35? Like, he ain't changed not once. He been rude, he been loud, and he been trying to do what he wanted to do. So I don't know why she was outside trying to act like, oh, I don't understand this Doug when the other Doug is not like this. I'm like, girl, well, what Doug is there? Because that's the only Doug we'd have met so far. But at any rate, they in the car, they driving over there and stuff like that. She was looking like she was scared that they was going to get in trouble and stuff, but, you know, they was there. He was saying, like, he was telling us, like, how he grew up. His family was on welfare, and if it wasn't for welfare, he don't know how, you know, they would have survived or whatever like that. They did dumpster diving. They would pick up, like, little microwaves. It was like a little scene where I guess they drove past the microwave or whatever. He was like, at any other time, that microwave would have been in the back of my truck, and I would have got money for it. And Doug DJ was telling us how, you know, they used to dig in the dumpsters, dig in the trash and stuff like that. Rachel was like, oh, I want to do it. He was like, well, you got a fanny pack. You need a fanny pack with some wire cutters and all this other stuff in there. And then Doug told us on Christmas, child, he got old pool stick and a blanket to say he got something for Christmas. But everything that they have in their house is from the trash. And you can really tell, not to be like judging nobody and nothing like that, but when they got to the house, you could tell that they really didn't come up with a lot of stuff. But he said he had a happy childhood and stuff like that, and he just did the wrong thing. That's why he got in trouble. So at any rate, he says he got a big family. They live in a small town. So they live in Kalamazoo. They finally get to Kalamazoo. He gets in the back seat because he wants to surprise them. What's the child name? Rachel, she parks the car. He gets out, or DJ and Rachel get out, and then he got out. He was like, something, what's up? So I forgot what he called his daddy, but it wasn't daddy. And the dad like, oh my God. So he all excited and stuff. He get out, he hug him, the whole family. I mean, like, it was a big ass family, child, like all these nephews. And one of the sisters lives next to the dad. And I want to say he said another sister lived next to the dad, but he was like, at this rate, the sister might live with dad at this point. Cause you know, his dad has end-stage liver failure or whatever like that. So he was like, long time ago, I would be scared that my dad had hands or whatever, but now he looks so sickly and frail and whatnot. And he looked exactly like his daddy, child. You couldn't tell that man that wasn't his child, because he looked exactly like his dad. But anyway, they, you know, hugging, they happy to see him and stuff. One of the sisters was like, well, I'm happy to see him, but for how long he gonna be out of jail or whatever. He on some moped with Rachel, knowing damn well he ain't supposed to be riding on no moped, because he was actually in driving it or whatever. But at some point, Dougie Jr. was outside, and one of the sisters, what's her name, Ashley? Yeah, one of the sisters was bragging on DJ, talking about something. I got a box of letters that he wrote, and I can go upstairs and get them or whatever. So DJ like, don't you go up there. If you go up there and get them letters, I'm gonna be pissed off and stuff. You know how he be child just raging. So she was like, I'm gonna go get him, and Doug was like, yeah, go get him or whatever. And so somehow the other sister with the pink hair, she came out and was like, Ashley was ragging on DJ. She wasn't taking care of him and stuff like that, and some shit. I'm like, what in the world? Where is this all coming from? So then what's the boy named Doug? He was like, well, I ain't mad at Ashley for, doing what she did to him. She was the only one that took him in when I went to jail or whatever. And it ended up Ashley, I guess what the younger sister said, the one with the pink hair was the younger sister. I guess Ashley, the older sister, I don't know, child. But she was saying like Ashley took Doug in, DJ in, but DJ wasn't happy or something like that, and so he went to stay with Rachel. Something happened, child. But at any rate, next thing I know, Doug is going off. He like, she wants the best for him and stuff. She got high expectations for him. That's why she hard on him. I ain't mad at it. And the little sister was just looking, Rachel looking like, oh my God, what is about to happen? And then next thing, DJ crying. Then Doug like, you just shut the fuck up, you bitch. I said, what? Like, what is going on? Like, it was just a whole bunch of drama. And then we saw a scene too where Doug showed us a tattoo on his leg that said white trash. I said, well, look. Look, okay, because that was a bunch of drama. I was like, what the hell happened? And I was like, I don't even feel like rewinding it, but it was a whole bunch of drama. And I said, Lord, if he pop it off like this and a cop roll by, he will get in trouble. He needs to calm down. I was just like, this is just too much, child. Too much. Anyway, y'all, let's move on. That was pretty much it for them. Let's move on to Lisa and Stan. Lisa and Stan. So, I be trying with Stan. I be trying with him. Lisa is saying, because she woke up, it's the next morning, child, and when she came on the screen, let me tell you how, I was like, well, who's that boy? I was like, who's that man? And then I was like, oh shit, that's Lisa. I didn't know who that was. I thought they was putting a new person on here that, was meeting his boo thing or something. Child, I didn't even know. And then when they zoomed in, I said, oh, that's Lisa. My bad. That's Lisa. Child. Lisa's telling us about last night. She said she don't know what to do with Stan. She was real dumbfounded about his behavior. And she was saying, like, what he did was not okay. Like, she was hurting because her son was hurting, and she wanted Stan to, like, have her back or whatever, but he didn't do that. And the fact that he said that she was a bad mother, she like, well, no shit, Sherlock, I know that, but I'm trying to be a better person. I don't need you to tell me I'm a bad mom. I need you to help build me up or whatever. So she was just like, I just don't know what to do anymore with him. We see Stan, he outside washing his car. Dash then pulled up. Dash like, look, I was calling you and texting you and stuff. You ain't answer the phone. I ain't know she killed you. Nothing like that. The way he pulled up, you would have thought he was going to find Stan dead somewhere, child. But anyway, he was like, you was busy? He was like, yeah, I was busy. He was like, what, in the boom boom? I said, not the boom boom. He was like, I see you still got your pajamas on. He was like, yeah, it was a busy night. So Dash was like, well, is Lisa in there? Is Lisa? He was like, no, she's not in there. Let me tell you what happened. So he take him on the porch, tell him the story. Dash like, man, really? You said she was a bad mama? Like, who does that? Like, why would you do that? And so he was like, I don't know what happened. I'm really sorry. I regret it and stuff. And so Dash was like, look, you need to give her a break. Of course, she feeling bad because, she feeling bad already that she wasn't there for her children. And you can't, make her feel worse or whatever. So maybe you just need to call her up and, do a little do-over or whatever. So So then we see Lisa. So Lisa went to the salon for her friend from, she said she met the girl in prison or whatever. Child, the girl put some extensions in her head. They looked a hot ass mess. They looked a mess. Like, it's supposed to blend with your hair. I think those ones she put in her hair, aren't they called fusions or something? But you could see like the little sprouts and stuff. The lady had did Nicole's hair with them little fusion extensions, but then she put extensions. It looked like she put extensions on top of that so it could hide it or something. I don't know, but it looked like that's what the lady was trying to do to Lisa head, but it just looked at a mess. And then the lady was like, well, what happened to your hair, girl? She was like, well, you know, I got in a fight and my hair got ripped out. I said, girl, you gonna stick with that story. Oh, okay. But she was telling the girl about what happened with Stan and stuff like that. And she was saying like she gotta go meet with her parole officer and stuff, but she don't know like what she gonna tell the. She said she was gonna be honest with the parole officer because she has the parole at Stan's house, but she don't know like, you know, what's next. Like if her and Stan don't work it out, like what's gonna happen on Monday or whatever like that. So like I said, Dash was telling Stan to call her and stuff like that. So Stan ends up calling Lisa while she's in the salon. And he was saying, like, we could do a do-over. She was like, a do-over? I mean, just text me the address. She is pretty much over Stan. So Stan, he getting all dressed up and stuff. And child, when he prayed, he was like, thanks for listening. He got his car, headed over to the restaurant and stuff like that. And he just wants him and Lisa to get back on the same page. So pretty much get on the same page so they can have sex. Because that's all it seemed like Stan worried about, child. He did say he regretted what he said and he hopes that she could forgive him and stuff like that. It's getting a little late and she ain't text him or call him all day. So he calling her, it just goes to voicemail. She comes in sounding like a damn horse. She sounded at them damn heels. I say, girl, you trying. You been trying. It wasn't no sexy walk or nothing, child. She looked cute. Her hair looked a mess. Like, her hair looked a mess. And then like she crimped it. I was just like, Lisa. Oh, God. She looked like a whole 80s video. Like, I was just like, Lisa, no. And then it looked like she had a headband to try to hide the sprouts of the few. Girl, you got to do all that. Then you ain't need that hair done. You ain't new. Shit, I can't even get it out. You ain't even need that hairdo. Because you gonna get your hair done and then put a headband over the child by. Anyway, she real dry. She, like I said, she is over Stan. He like, that hair, you look good. Like, hi, you look real good. She like, thanks. And he was like, because she was like, look, basically, I'm just here for an apology and a free meal because I don't even know what to do with Stan. He's just looking at her like, oh, she's so beautiful. And she like, so what you did really pissed me off because my son was over there crying on the phone and I needed him. And you and your insensitive ass are, she was just going in like, what did she said something. I can't think. Oh, remember when you said I wasn't a good mother? Remember that? That part. She was like so mad, child. She was mad. And he was like, well, you know, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I said that. And if I could take it all back, I would. Oh, okay. Well, how are we going to prevent this from happening again? Well, you know, I'm not going to drive so far and not sleep and, you know, drink wine. You know, I was tired. And she was just like, and he was like, you know, because I was tired because I ain't sleep because I was dreaming about you all night and I was thinking about you and I was so excited to see you and stuff. And I didn't get any sleep. But she just like, She was like, look, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because you a nice man and stuff like that, but you can't be doing this no more. She tells us that he going to be on her terms and he going to move the way she want him to move. And if he don't, it's going to be a problem. I said, oh, okay, girl. She telling him like she wanted him to see things through her point of view and stuff. And he just like, well, you know, Oh, okay, I understand that. Well, I think we should just go back to my place and talk about some stuff and do a little cuddling and stuff. And let's just go, baby. Let's just go. So basically, Stan just want to fire, stick, and dick. Okay, because he don't even really want to listen to what Lisa's saying. And as soon as Lisa Child call again, it's gonna be the same damn issue. So she might as well just put him in that straitjacket and leave his ass there. No, Lisa, because don't do that. Just put him in a straitjacket and a blindfold, leave him down there for a couple hours. Do that, Lisa, but not like forever, because then he ain't gonna get no nourishment, and then he gonna shrivel up and die, and then you don't need that on your conscience, and then you gonna go to jail and stuff like that. So just put him down in the basement for a couple hours, girl, just a couple hours. It won't hurt him, it won't affect him at all. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the last couple, Nicole and Daonte. Child, this was a hot ass mess. Okay. So it picked up where it left off last week, was she talking on the phone to Tia. Hey, baby, I'm about to go out tonight. I am looking good. My hair is did and stuff like that, and I am looking good. Tia like, okay, girl, I'm glad you're looking good and stuff. I missed you, so maybe I will. Just go and send me the address. So Daonte come in. Audrey had, stopped him in the past, was like, oh, you brought these for her? I said, I see what you're doing there, Audrey. So she went into the back and was like, oh, this Daonte brought these for you, girl. He brought these for you. So she get dressed in the back. She come out. She looked real cute. She had on this tight little red dress on, and she looked real cute. And so he was like, oh, shit, baby, you look good. You look good. She was like, my hair, you like my hair? He was like, yeah, I like your hair. She was like, my hair is up here. Oh, yeah, baby. Your hair cute. Your hair is cute. I said, this fool. So they go to Applebee's or Fridays, one of them places, child. And it's Audrey, Daonte, and Nicole. So Daonte invited his friend Derek. Of course, Derek is not with the shits, and Derek is gonna grill this girl to death. Okay, he wanna know why she with Daonte, what her intentions are. And she was like, well, what my intentions are, my intentions is I love this man. I love him and I want to be with him. He was like, yeah, okay, you love him. Like, you barely know him. How you love him? Like, she was like, I do. I love him. So I think she had a couple drinks and she hasn't drank in about 4 years. So I want to say she had, well, no. Well, she did go in when she was 18, and, she probably was drinking a little bit before then. But since she's been in jail, she hasn't had any alcohol. So getting out, she had some alcohol. So, child, she was just real fluid with the information. Like, I was like, she's spilling all her tea. Because then, Derek was talking to her, and then she started looking up at the door. So they was like, well, what you looking for? She was like, nothing, nobody, or nothing like that. And so he was like, well, who's nobody, whatever. She was like, well, I was trying to see if my friend was going to be here. And Derek was like, oh, a friend. Y'all had sex or whatever. And she was like, I would go to the bathroom. And so Daonte looking like, no, you won't answer this question. Y'all had sex or whatever. She was like, yeah, I had sex with her one time. Just one time, though. It was just one time. And so Derek was like, oh, she put the prison strap on you. I was like, not the prison strap. So she was like, she ain't put no prison strap on me. She just ate my pussy or whatever. I said, oh, my God. And so Daonte was like, oh, shit. The fuck? So he looking hurt. So Derek like, well, how many girlfriends or how many people you had sex with up in jail or whatever? She was like, you mean like the whole time? Like the whole time? He was like, yeah. She was like, all right, wait a minute. He was like, damn, she gotta calculate, multiply, then multiply that by 2. And she was like, 6 people, but 4 of the people I was dating. I was like, girl, shut up. You doing all your business. So Derek like, what? You heard that man? She done slept with 6 people and 4 of them she dated. Here goes Daonte, and I can't even touch the, what did he say? He can't even look at it or I can't even smell the pussy. You up here getting all these women. So he hurt. So at any rate, Derek asked her something else. And she was like, because y'all getting too much in my business. I said, bitch, You telling your business. So she gets up, goes outside. She calling Tia. Daonte come outside. He follow her. She get on the phone with Tia, and Tia says she not gonna make it or whatever like that. So then she was like, all right, girl, I'll talk to you later. So Daonte woke up on us like, well, who that? Who you calling? Who you calling or whatever? She was like, I'm just talking to my friend. A friend you done had sex with. You done had sex with the friend and stuff like that. She was like, come on, you acting crazy or whatever like that. And he was like, well, I can't even touch you. I can't even touch you or nothing like that. She was like, cause it's uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable when I'm spending my fucking money on you. I said, oh. Daonte, just balls that dropped. Okay, Daonte, I see you. She was like, you ain't even had to spend that money on me. You ain't even had to spend. He was like, all right, yeah, whatever. I spend that money on you because I love you. And I told you ain't even had to do that. You ain't even got to spend your money on me or nothing like that. I'ma still love you because you know why? I love you. I said, girl, shut up. Because you would not be with this man if he was not giving you these things and this money. But okay. So then he like, so then they kind of squashed it or whatever like that. So, because he was saying something like, she was like, well, what will make you comfortable or whatever? He was like, you spending the night at my house. She was like, all right, I'm going to spend the night over there, and it just depends on how I'm feeling, if I'm going to sleep in the same bed with you, or are we going to sleep in separate beds? So he was like, all right. So he thinking, she licked it up enough, she going to be horny and stuff like that. So, they get back to the restaurant. Derek, like, this man's a goddamn fool. She just using him, yada, yada, yada. They had some shots and stuff. Daonte and Eric, they pieced out, leaving Audrey and Derek there. Pause on that. Did y'all see how Audrey was eating them damn appetizers? Cracking up. I said, why the hell she eat them appetizers like that? Has she not eaten? Like, she was like, cracking up. All right, unpause. But anyway, so I don't know what Derek and Audrey did, but I'm sure they did some things, child. Or is Derek married? I don't know. But at any rate, Daonte and Nicole leave, and Derek was like, all right, girl, I see you or whatever. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna be around. He was like, I give you about 2 months. She was like, I'm gonna be around forever or whatever. He was like, yeah, whatever, all right. And so they leave. They get back to Deonte's house. Child, she got a dress on. He didn't put her on, he put her on his lap or whatever. She like, Deonte, I got on a dress. He was like, yeah, I know. So he thinking he fitting to get some. Child, she was like, all right, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go sleep in the guest room. You go sleep in your room. He was like, what? Huh? He was looking so hurt, child. So she said that he's cute. He got nice teeth. He got pretty eyes and something else she said or whatever. And, but Deonte, like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, most women, she ain't had none in 4 years. And she told us she ain't had no ding-a-lang in 4 years or whatever. The last time she had some was with her ex-boyfriend. She only had some ussy, child. So at any rate, he like, I don't know many women who been locked up for 4 years and then they get out and they don't want to hop on the ding-a-lang, like something ain't right or whatever like that. But she done woke up the monster, so I got to go handle some things, child. Before that, he was like, well, you can at least sit on my face or whatever. She was like, no, I can't do that. He was like, why? I'm hungry. She was like, yeah, I know. But I'm going to go sleep in the guest room, okay? I said, now, girl, you can't even let the man munchy. Like, girl, now. Anyway, she goes to the guest room. He goes to his room. He done pulled out Nicole Jr. I said, Lord, hopefully there ain't no clean or dirty dishes in the dishwasher. He closed the door. He didn't put the cameraman out because he said he needs some alone time with Nicole Jr. She in the bedroom, in the guest room. She got a phone call. I said, why? She go sit on the floor to answer the call, talking about something. I had a couple drinks and stuff or whatever. It's her ex-boyfriend. She's telling him that she missed him and she loved him or whatever. And that was pretty much it. She was saying, like, she got Tia, she got Zach, and she got Deonte, and she need to figure out what she gonna do. I said, girl, you already know what you're going to do. You probably going to talk to Zach. You probably ain't going to give him none. You're probably going to give Tia some, and you're going to spend Daonte money. Girl, we already know what you're going to do, but I don't understand why you don't know what you're going to do. But at any rate, y'all, that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down there in them comments. I know they're going to be a mess. Y'all be having me cracking up. If y'all are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you like this recap review, go ahead and hit me with that thumbs up button along with the share button. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.